I think that they should give us a break on them and just let us have them.
Well, that's what Dave was saying.
When we're combined, I think what we should do is let the court culture get put them together.
Yeah.
And
And I
then
think
if the public comes in, they get a little ticket.
well,
You draw a number, you know what the winner is.
Good evening. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your hats as Power Sports Technology student Maya Wiskoski and the Culinary Arts and Hospitality student Dominique Cheese perform our national anthem. You may take your seats. Thank you, gentlemen. Good evening, and welcome all of you to the 2025 Southern Adirondack Education Center Career and Technical Education Completion Ceremony. My name is Michael Donlin, and I have the honor of being the principal for Career and Technical Education at the Southern Adirondack Education Center. Before we get started tonight, I want to call your attention to the exits on the top and on the bottom of our arena in the unlikely event that we need to depart the facility prior to the end of our ceremony. Please keep in mind that this is a school function and smoking or the use of tobacco products is prohibited. Joining me tonight for this special occasion are WSWHE BOCES Board of Education members and Administrative Cabinet, District Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Tarina Parker, BOCES Board Vice President, Mr. David Petruska, BOCES Board Member, Mrs. Janine Thomas, Director, Exceptional Learners Division, Mrs. Kelly Shepard. And Director, Career and Technical Education Division, Mr. Jared Davis. As you know, this event is being streamed live for all of your families and friends to share in the celebration of all the hard work and effort you provided to get here today. I would like to thank Mr. Eric Johnson and his graphic visual arts students for creating the wonderful slideshow presentation that we have enjoyed upon arrival this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce once again Vice President of the WSWHE Board of Education, Mr. David Petruska.
Good evening. On behalf of the Washington, Saratoga, Warren, Hamilton, Essex, BOCES Board of Education, welcome and thank you for coming to the 2025 Completion and Awards Ceremony. Tonight is an exciting night for the students gathered here in the colors of their home schools because the decisions you made, you're in a position to do very well in the world. Your CTE programs have given you skills and experiences most people don't have until they're much older than you. You've earned industry certifications that adults come here to obtain and have to pay for. You've made a connection you can count on throughout your entire life with each other, your teachers, your mentors, and and others you have met or heard along the way. You see firsthand why academics are important and helpful in your chosen field. And your years here will pay off in college credits, which will save you money as you continue your education. Your time with us has already paid off in the certifications you have earned through the CTE program. Employers look for these certifications and know the kind of quality training you have received. You can be confident that your education here at the Washington, Saratoga, Warren, Hamilton, Essex, BOCES has given you a competitive edge. I hope you will continue to challenge yourself to live up to the standards and expectations set by your industry, your community, your family, and yourself. I hope you will continue to pursue high standards of excellence in college, apprenticeships, workplace, and your personal lives. We are proud of your success, and we are going to be looking for great things from you. Come back and visit, mentor the other students to achieve what you have accomplished. Congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Petruska. Next, it is my pleasure to invite to the podium the WSWHE Board of Cooperative Educational Services District Superintendent, Dr. Tarina Parker.
Good evening. I am honored to serve as the District Superintendent for the WSWHE BOCES, and it is my pleasure to share just a few brief remarks with our graduates this evening. So graduates, let's start by taking a moment to think back to where you started. Those aspirations that once felt distant, you've conquered them. Every hurdle, every moment of doubt, you pushed through. Your success isn't just an outcome, it's a testament to your unyielding spirit. For that and for so much more, we celebrate you, 303 proud CTE graduates ready to change the world. So let's start with a congratulations to the class of 2025. As you sit here in this moment, proud, excited, and ready to begin a new chapter, I'd like to take a moment to share what I found to be one of life's crucial lessons: the importance of embracing the unknown. Your journey here at the BOCES has already prepared you for this. You've stepped outside of your comfort zones. You've tackled new challenges. You've mastered complex skills. That same spirit of daring to try is what will propel you forward in life. So here's the thing: you've grown, you've evolved. Life is constantly evolving, and the world you're stepping into in 2025 is no exception. It's a world that rewards those who are willing to take risks, to try new things, and to welcome change with open arms. So don't be afraid to pivot, to explore different paths, or to pursue opportunities that might seem daunting at first. Always remember that true growth often happens just beyond the edge of what you know, just beyond the edge of your comfort zone. So in your pursuit of your ever-evolving dreams, there will be times when things don't go quite as planned, and that's okay. Learning from failure is a fundamental part of innovation and progress. Every setback is nothing more than an opportunity to refine your approach, gain valuable insights, and build resilience. See challenges not as roadblocks, but as detours that lead to unexpected discoveries about your own strengths and capabilities. And as you navigate this exciting new chapter, I encourage you to remember the power of giving back through service and simply being a good human. Use the skills and knowledge you've gained here to help others, to contribute positively to your communities, and to uplift those around you. Whether it's through your chosen profession, volunteering your time, or simply showing kindness and empathy in your daily interactions, your actions have the power to make a real difference. You have the power and the skills to make a real difference. Whether you realize it or not, you're a role model. Your journey and your success will inspire your peers, your colleagues, and even future generations to pursue their own paths and to model your courage. So graduates, I leave you with this. Thank you for your courage, your determination, and for showing the world how it's done in CTE. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Parker. Finally, I am very proud to introduce this year's Southern Adirondack Education Center's student speaker, Ms. Piper Rathbun from our Emergency Medical Technician program.
Surprise, Dad. Good evening, families, friends, and graduates. I'd like to thank you all for being here. I'd also like to congratulate every graduate sitting in here with me today. We did it. My name is Piper Rathbun, a 2025 senior of Whitehall Central School and a recently registered EMT thanks to BOCES. I'm here to tell you who we are, where we're going, and most importantly, how we will change the world. We are career and technical education students. We are learning the hands-on skills of our chosen professions through classroom experiences, internships, and on-the-job training. At BOCES, our hands-on learning varies. Some of us could be doing a full, fresh cut and color on a woman who needed to feel good about herself again after a bad year, bringing joy back into her life. We could be learning to repair engines or just understanding how they work, welcoming the next generation of mechanics needed in our communities. Some of us have learned how to build and repair houses, and will be able to provide housing for families in need, putting more opportunity into the field of construction. We have learned patient care, like how to properly lift and move patients, how to take and read vitals, and most importantly, we've learned how to save lives. That doesn't even begin to cover what our career and technical education programs are capable of teaching us, though. Through all my years at Whitehall, I've sort of always had this feeling I was out of place, like I never really had my own space where I felt heard. At BOCES, though, I found a place where I'm not only comfortable, but confident. I've grown as a person, provider, and friend, realizing that the right people will choose you for who you are and how hard you work. I feel like quite a few of my fellow graduates could relate to that statement. In our futures, we will use these skills to change the world in many ways. We are all capable of changing someone's life in one way or another. We are all capable of success. We also owe every one of our teachers a big thank you, for they are truly the foundation of these programs. Without their warm welcomes, encouraging words, and gentle criticism, I do not believe we would be standing here as confident in ourselves and our skills as we are. The foundation of a good student is an amazing teacher, so thank you sincerely. Instructors, at this time, could you please stand so that we can recognize you for helping us get here today? Personally, without my teacher and her encouragement, I would not be standing up here where I am today. Being her student and a student through BOCES in general has given me so much more confidence. Whether the confidence was needed in my work, in my words, or around other people, I found it thanks to these wonderful teachers in my life. And I'm sure many others of you could say the same. I have so many words I could say on how grateful I am for this opportunity through BOCES, but I'll end it with this. I am proud of every graduate in here tonight. We did it. Thank you.
Thank you, Piper. We will now begin the completion certificates, scholarships, and awards presentation. Scholarship and award details are listed in your programs. We recognize the criteria of the BOCES and the New York State Education Department to recognize those students who have excelled in their related field with a technical endorsement seal. The list of technical endorsement recommendations is in your program. The technical endorsement seal will be affixed to the student's high school diploma upon successful completion of all criteria met at both the BOCES and the student's home school. I would now like to ask Dean of Students, Mrs. Nicole Mabey, to come up to present the completion certificates with me. Please hold your applause until all of the graduates have received their certificates. Dr. Parker, and Mr. Petruska, could you please assist in the presentation of the scholarships and awards? Thank you, Mrs. Thomas. At this time, would instructor Dan Ruprecht and teaching assistant James Viviani and the automotive technology students please come forward.
Stop.
Adam Richard Brooks Arnold. Zaylee Megan Juliet Baker with honors and distinction. Connor D. Bugar. Jonathan Bowling with honors and distinction. Hayden Thomas Butcher. Gavin Burns. Samuel Adam Chaplin. Brian Siccotti with honors. Bryn. Sophia L. Cole with honors. Zachary Frazier. Deshaun Green. Morgan Lee Gilder. Nicholas Harrington. Eli Daniel Headwell. Matthew T. Holmes with honors. Zachary Hugerich. Connor Michael Lance with honors and distinction. Mateo Rodriguez. Keith Sonley III. Michael Terrio. Michael is the recipient of the Ian Delaney Memorial Scholarship. Matthew Willeberger. Okay, John, thank you.
At this time, would Instructor John Coffinger and the construction trade students please come forward? This year's graduates are Kathan Robert Armstrong, Lucas Blakely with honors, Logan Bounds, Aaron Brown with honors and distinction. Aaron is the recipient of the Kyle Sillick Memorial Award and the Sabia Award. Dylan J. Dewars, Owen Duquette, William James Fay, James D. Fish with honors and distinction. James is the recipient of the Kyle Sillick Memorial Award. Jacob Getty with honors. John Getty with honors and distinction. John is the recipient of the Bill Benton Foundation Award and the Kyle Sillick Memorial Award. Luke Javorek with honors and distinction. Luke is the recipient of the Kyle Sillick Memorial Award. Jamarian T. Perry. Aaron Pond. Aaron is the recipient of the Kyle Sillick Memorial Award. Jaden Serrano with honors and distinction. Amelia M. Shattuck with honors and distinction. And Amelia is the recipient of the Bill Benton Foundation Award and the Sabia Award. And Michael P. Whitney II.
At this time, would Instructor Asnith Bryant and the cosmetology students please come forward? All right, thank you. This year's graduates are Alyssa Belair, Willow Gossett, Hannah Hermance, Peyton Madison with honors and distinction. Brooke McFerrin. Hannah Elizabeth Morales with honors and distinction. Gabrielle Ovitt. Anya Marie Schaffer with honors and distinction. Ava Stone.
At this time, would Instructor Scott Gillis and the Criminal Justice Studies students please come forward? And this year's graduates are Alexandra Baker Hill, Lexis Amari Boyer with honors and distinction, Ariana Rose Briault. Ariana is the recipient of the Ben Osborne Memorial Fund Scholarship and the Hudson Falls Police Benevolent Association Rick Diamond Scholarship. Liam Thomas Eddy. Avery Elena Graves with honors and distinction. Avery is the recipient of the Linda A. Eady Award. Amelia Zoelle Griffith. Amelia is the recipient of the Student Council Award. Mackenzie Madison Harrington. Kaylin Elizabeth Hill. Matthew John LeClaire with honors and distinction. Nora Jean Prindle. Ava Mae Stewart. Tyler Christopher Winchell.
At this time, would Chefs Lendell Eady and Chefs Matthew Young and the Culinary Arts and Hospitality students please come forward. This year's graduates are Mackenzie Backus, Colin J. Beresford with honors and distinction, Mackenzie Brayman, Dominique Cheese with honors, Harmony M. Daly, Candace M. Finich, Dominic Granger, Erin Michelle Haynes, Blair J. Holmes, Keegan Howe, Tyler Kenyon, Derek E. King with honors and distinction. Derek is the recipient of the Clarissa Poirier Memorial Scholarship. Charity Faith Lupo with honors. Charity is the recipient of the Area 3 Skills USA Award and the Chef G. Hoffus Memorial Scholarship. Taylor L. Muztax. Michael Orton, Jr. Frank W. Pena with honors and distinction. Frank is the recipient of the Clarissa Poirier Memorial Scholarship. Sebastian A. Ritchie. Caden C. Roberts. Caden is the recipient of the Anthony J. Tony Palangi Glens Falls Kiwanis Foundation Scholarship and the Skills USA Award. Jaden S. Rock. Damian M. Sellingham. Charlie Stid. Charlie's the recipient of the Area 3 Skills USA Award and the Chef G. Hoffus Memorial Scholarship. Robinson Turin. Robinson is the recipient of the Clarissa Poirier Memorial Scholarship. Irene Velazquez with honors and distinction. Irene is the recipient of the Clarissa Poirier Memorial Scholarship. Grace Peyton Williams with honors. Jade Winters with honors. Jade is the recipient of the Anthony J. Tony Palangi Glens Falls Kiwanis Foundation Scholarship. And Nevaeh Wright Pelcher.
At this time, would instructor Brittany Citro and the early childhood education students please come forward? And this year's graduates are Savannah R. Aratari with honors and distinction. Brianna Michelle Bothers. Brianna is the recipient of the Student Council Award. Bella Rose Bourne. Bella is the recipient of the DASA Award, the GSA Award, and the Student Council Award. Noelle Grace Daly. Jasmine Marie Drennan. Alana Hensley. Kayla Hope Hoffman. McKenna J. Hunt. Summer Charlone Yakabuchi with honors and distinction. Amber Kenyon. Lillian Lamb with honors and distinction. Nora Munger. Vivian Marie Povak. Cherokee Steves. And Olivia Stockwell.
At this time, would instructor Sandy Mahoney and the emergency medical technician students please come forward? This year's graduates are Emily Sue Curran with honors and distinction. Piper Faith Rathbun. Piper is the recipient of the CTE Completion Ceremony Speaker Award. And Kaylee St. Dennis.
At this time, would instructor Tom Bromley and the environmental conservation and forestry students please come forward? And this year's graduates are Alexis Love Allen. Clayton Arthur Bearer with honors. Sawyer Zachariah Bennett with honors and distinction. Shaylee Marie Briggs. Joseph Dalaba Beagle. Jameson Podrig Delancey with honors and distinction. Dustin Durkee with honors and distinction. Dennis R. Galusha. Dennis is the recipient of the FFA Award. Aaron Michael Gifford with honors. Maverick David Granger with honors. Maverick is also the recipient of the Branching Out Award. Anthony P. Guzman. Lucas Richard Juckett. Callie A. Knoll. Vincent Matthew Marcantonio with honors. Maddox Kavika Foster McCarty with honors and distinction. Andrew Narduzzo with honors. Andrew is the recipient of the Chris Hitchcock Memorial Scholarship, the Environmental Science Achievement Award, the Richard W. Bennett LS Memorial Scholarship, and the Driven Award. Gage M. Steves with honors. Dylan J. Studnicki. Devlin Thomas. And Gregory David Waddell.
At this time, would instructor Mr. Eric Johnson and the graphics and visual communication students please come forward? This year's graduates are Ace Brennan. Ace is the recipient of the GSA Award. Owen J. Campopiano. Rocket Craig. Luke Gogan. Soraya Green. Devin Grinnell. Talia Hall. Hunter William Kenyon with honors and distinction. Isabella C. Muller with honors. Gabriel B. Patricus. Tad Robbins. And Sydney Rourke.
At this time, would instructors Michelle Clute-Smith, Chris Moy, Lynn Roselle, and the health occupations students please come forward? This year's graduates are Kyla Elizabeth Arnold, Emery Laurel Bartlett. Emery is the recipient of the Barbara Goodspeed Professionalism Award and the Sabia Award. Anna Lee Elizabeth Bills. Caitlin Bogardas with honors and distinction. Caitlin is the recipient of the Health Occupations Academic Excellence Award and the Sabia Award. Faith Cook. Faith is the recipient of the Sabia Award. Abigail DeVivo. Gabriel Fuller. Gabriel is the recipient of the Barbara Goodspeed Professionalism Award. Morgan Knapp. Jamie E. J. Landon. Eloise R. Knoll. Eloise is the recipient of the Sabia Award. Skylar Payant with honors and distinction. Skylar is the recipient of the Health Occupational Clinical Lab Award and the Sabia Award. Lana Vi Shields with honors and distinction. Lana is the recipient of the Sabia Award. Lindsay Nicole Sloan. And Austin Joshua Sweener with honors.
At this time, would instructor Chris LaBelle and the heating, ventilation, air conditioning, and refrigeration students please come forward. This year's graduates are Joseph A. Baldwin, Killian Batchelder with honors and distinction. Killian is the recipient of the Bill Benton Foundation Award. Connor J. Bennett. Boyd Catone with honors. Connor Curry. Spencer London Fell with honors and distinction. Spencer is the recipient of the Adirondack Area School Board's Award. Gavin Michael Kramer. Andrew James Ladd III with honors and distinction. Kyle Levine. Alexander Marco. Aiden McLean with honors. Stephen Anthony McCure with honors and distinction. Gerald J. Noble with honors and distinction. Joseph Landon Penman with honors and distinction. Samuel M. Petties with honors. Margaret Selleck with honors and distinction. Dominic Sherman. Jonathan Spory. Tiernan Robert Green Talbot. Neo Farrell Damian Van Ness.
At this time, would instructors Chris Dudley and Randy Weeks and teaching assistants Amanda Blondin and Scott Gunther and the heavy equipment operation and maintenance students please come forward. And this year's graduates are Ethan C. Adams with honors and distinction. Ethan is the recipient of the Heavy Equipment Program Exceptional Student Award. Braxton M. Baker. Jaden Bapp. Jacob Bolton. Jacob is the recipient of the Town Highway Superintendents Association of Warren County. Cameron Brayman. Bryden Walter Bro with honors. Zachary Alexander Colvin. Hunter Conger. Colton Owen David with honors. Colton is the recipient of the Heavy Equipment Program Exceptional Student Award. Gabriel DeJesus. Gabriel is the recipient of the Town Highway Superintendents Association of Warren County. Martin F. DePaul Jr. Brandon Robert Dick Jr. Lucas Patrick Doherty with honors. Andrew M. Dubois. Jesse James Dunn. Braden Joseph Edwards. Braden is the recipient of the Heavy Equipment Program Exceptional Student Award. Riley Stephen Fedler. Riley is the recipient of the Heavy Equipment Program Exceptional Student Award. Isaiah Garcia. Drew Francis Gauchi. Andon J. Hammond. Camden Michael Hill. Camden is the recipient of the Heavy Equipment Program Exceptional Student Award. Brody Holcomb with honors. Nolan R. Jaycox. Jake E. Jensen with honors. Jake is the recipient of the Heavy Equipment Program Exceptional Student Award. Dustin Johnson. Dustin is the recipient of the Heavy Equipment Program Exceptional Student Award. Skylar Austin Keach. Skylar is the recipient of the Heavy Equipment Program Exceptional Student Award. John William Lanphier. John is the recipient of the Heavy Equipment Program Exceptional Student Award. Gabriel Manny. Gabriel is the recipient of the Town Highway Superintendents Association of Warren County. Tristan Edward Millington. Tristan is the recipient of the Town Highway Superintendents Association of Warren County. Carson Bradley Munger. Jose Nogares. Christopher R. Osakovich. Hayden Stanley Pliskowski. Hayden is the recipient of the Heavy Equipment Program Exceptional Student Award. Ariana L. Raymond. Bryce C. with honors. Bryce is the recipient of the Heavy Equipment Program Exceptional Student Award. Lucas Sesselman. Lucas is the recipient of the Heavy Equipment Program Exceptional Student Award. Nicholas Sesselman. Nicholas is the recipient of the Heavy Equipment Program Exceptional Student Award. Tyler T. Wilkinson. Tyler is the recipient of the Bruce Perry Memorial Award. Michael Anthony Winters II. Cadence Brittany Yunes Alger. Cadence is the recipient of the Heavy Equipment Program Exceptional Student Award. And James L. Zanta.
At this time, would instructor Chef Lendale Eady and the Hospitality and Human Services student please come forward? This year we recognize Tanya Arnold.
At this time, would instructor Dave Kuhnrott and the industrial and performance machining students please come forward? And this year's graduates are Marshall Thomas Bushy with honors and distinction. Marshall is the recipient of the DK Machine Scholarship and the Sidney A. Larkin Memorial Scholarship. Bradley T. LaCroix. Zachary R. Manel with honors and distinction. Zachary is the recipient of the Sidney A. Larkin Memorial Scholarship. Sean M. Miller with honors and distinction. Sean is the recipient of the Sidney A. Larkin Memorial Scholarship. Charles Michael Miner with honors and distinction. Charles is the recipient of the Sidney A. Larkin Memorial Scholarship. Alkinos Stathopoulos with honors and distinction. Alkinous is the recipient of the DK Machine Scholarship and the Sidney A. Larkin Memorial Scholarship. Eric Thomas Tomilia with honors and distinction. Eric is the recipient of the Sidney A. Larkin Memorial Scholarship. And Elijah J. Turner with honors and distinction. Elijah is the recipient of the Sidney A. Larkin Memorial Scholarship.
At this time, would instructor Chase Viviani and the interactive media and game design student please come forward? Chase. Tonight, we recognize Carter P. DeRusha Underwood.
At this time, would instructor John Merboth and the New Visions Engineering students please come forward?
Thanks, John.
And this year's graduates are Luke A. Birch with honors and distinction. Luke is the recipient of the Balls Memorial Scholarship. Eric J. Perez with honors and distinction. Eric is the recipient of the Balls Memorial Scholarship. And Chase A. Toline with honors and distinction. Chase is the recipient of the Adirondack School Counseling Association Scholarship and the Balls Memorial Scholarship.
At this time, would instructors Michelle Provost and Lynn Roselle and the New Visions Health Careers Exploration students please come forward? Antonio Michael Angelucci. Meredith Grace Clark, both with honors and distinction. Caitlin Crossman with honors and distinction. Kathleen M. Doomer with honors and distinction. Alessandria Rochelle Fasulo with honors and distinction. Aaron M. Flood with honors and distinction. Natalie Noel Frazier with honors and distinction. Regan Natalie Guibo with honors and distinction. Regan is the recipient of the Sabia Award. Madeline Michelle Glagowski with honors and distinction. Taylor L. Gross with honors and distinction. Taylor is the recipient of the Sabia Award. Kara Rose Harrington with honors and distinction. Ava Ryan Larson with honors and distinction. Olivia Mae Madison with honors. Leah M. Monroe with honors and distinction. Jessica R. Paul with honors and distinction.
At this time, would instructor Jane Lockhart and the Power Sports Technology students please come forward? And this year's graduates are Jesse P. Baker with honors and distinction. Jesse is the recipient of the Falls Farm and Garden Company Incorporated Award. Dane Barton with honors. Dane is the recipient of the Raymond Van Gilder Recognition Award. Pierce Cramond. Bryce T. Fifield with honors and distinction. Bryce is the recipient of the DAX Power Sports Award. Liam Hamblin. Liam is the recipient of the DAX Power Sports Award. Isabella G. Velez. Isabella is the recipient of the Mike Dugan Achievement Award. Emma Jean Wilson. Richard J. Winchell. Maya Marie Wiskoski with honors and distinction. Maya is the recipient of the Raymond Van Gilder Recognition Award. Jordan Young.
Okay. At this time, would instructor Scott Palmer and the Technical and Trade Services students please come forward? This year's graduates are Patrick Barker, and Riley J. Bradway.
We will now present certificates to our final program of the evening. At this time, would instructor Dan Mayer and teaching assistant Joanne Johnston and the welding students please come forward? And this year's graduates are Tyler Raymond Brooks with honors. Austin Guy Brousseau. Damian M. Catone. Isaiah Scott Cram. Landon Del Toro with honors. Jack Donbeck. Emma Hansen with honors and distinction. Mason Lurkies with honors and distinction. Merrick T. Livingston. Ava Sawyer Nadeau. Carter W. Nunziata. Brock Prouty. Jack Raven with honors and distinction. Nicholas A. Reed. Olivia Riccio. Richard Michael Rosick with honors. And Aiden Strasberg with honors and distinction. Aiden is the recipient of the Rosick Well Drilling Achievement Award.
Thank you, Mrs. Maybe, Dr. Parker, Mr. Petruska, and Mrs. Thomas. Well, you did it. Graduates, would you please stand at this time? Let's give them a round. In recognition of your newfound status of CTE graduate, you may now switch your tassels from the right side to the left side. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to present to you the Southern Adirondack Education Center's class of 2025. Thank you, families. Thank you, friends, graduates, staff, and board members. This concludes our ceremony. Have a good evening.